Hey, everybody, this is Lorraine.
And Jennifer. You might notice Lorraine's new
And
location.
you may know, absolutely. I have taken my podcast on the road, and that's kind of where we are today with our conversation. We're going to be talking about taking your marketing on the road.
Yeah, we're going to talk about little leagues, festivals, events. Like, should you be part of these local sponsorships? Is where we will put these at. Is it worth your money?
That is a fabulous question. And, it's one that I used to get a lot, particularly from companies that are in home service industries. The question is, it's my local neighborhood, my son's on the Little League, and I think it's a really valid question. If you serve a local market and your community is there, yeah, I think you should consider it.
Yeah, I mean, people do want to know that you're helping to be part of the community and support the community. If you're not supporting a community, I think even more in today's times where we've got inflation and people are looking for value, like people want to support each other and authenticity. And that kind of brand marketing be like, well, I can't tie it directly to sales. Well, there's a lot of crap right now you can't tie exactly to sales.
Absolutely. But the thing is that if you're building a community and you look at who you're working with, there are ways to track it. And then also, I think there's the intangible of referrals.
Hmm.
You may not sell to the mom on the Little League, but she may refer someone to you.
Yep, yep. I think of a client that had like a community involvement because there was like some sort of like disaster and they like came to the relief and they weren't there necessarily for marketing. They just really wanted to help, but like it paid off and that means I maybe some people think about this like the little leagues or like how many people are going to approach you as a business owner that hey, can you sponsor this and sponsor that? Like what do you think through to decide, okay, does this make sense for me?
I think one of the most important things that you need to look at is number one, are your customers at that event? Are they involved in that organization?
Yep.
I had someone, his core clients were retirees, but
Yep.
his son played on a little league team. And he's like, well, I want to sponsor the team. And I said, well, as a parent, if you want to support your son, the little leaguer, go for it.
Yeah.
But don't think of this as marketing because it's not. These are not your customers. So I won't say don't do it, but don't expect that it's going to deliver any results.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, Jeff Owens, he said that it's community contributions. It's like donating. It's like a charity. Like you're not expecting anything in return. And so there are events that you are going to have your customer at. So you have to look at your budget like, okay, do I have this much left in my budget that I can be somewhere that I'm just trying to help? I'm not trying to get anything out of it.
Absolutely. And in a way, I almost think, yes, you're running it through the business, but think of it the way you would a cash disbursement to pay you. So, like, there were a couple of charities that I supported. I knew that being a supporter of the Indie Fringe Theater Festival or some other art gallery probably was not necessarily relevant for my business,
Right.
but I wanted to support it and I could run it through the business as a business expense.
Yep.
In my mind, I was treating it like a
Yeah.
cash distribution to me, like a payment to me, and then I was making it to the
Yeah,
charity.
and that brings up another point is just like if you are supporting certain things that like the entire office like cares about or parts of the office says that can increase employee morale. Just be careful if you're donating to Susie Joe's team, it's not just a Susie Joe's team. It's more of a hey, come together, what should we support?
Absolutely. And I will, there was a particular event that I decided to sponsor because I felt passionate about it.
Yeah.
One of my employees came to me and she was like, I had no idea that you supported this initiative, and I'm really proud to work here.
Aw.
And I mean, and that made me feel really good, but it also made me think about, okay, what's important to my employees? And
Yeah.
as you say, what can we support together? We spent a day at Gleaner's Food Bank one
Mhm.
day. And it was something we did as a team. We made the
Yeah.
contribution. I paid everybody to be there. So, in a way, I was sponsoring it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I mean, but it was an organization I supported, and it was a way to bring my team together.
so I mean, what we're doing is like triangulating different reasons that make like something worth it. It can't be maybe just one singular thing that might not be a great idea, but you're looking at it from different aspects. And people want value, you want value, but you can't necessarily think about these events from a complete business ownership, like where's the ROI? Because that's not what you're going to get from this type of stuff.
No. And then the other side of the equation, we're talking a lot about local businesses and what local businesses can do. But if your customer base is really,
I lost you. There you are.
your business is national and you're
Yeah.
not really doing business in your neighborhood, you have to think about, why am I doing this? Am
Yeah.
I doing it to establish my reputation as a business that is involved in their community?
Yeah.
Will that impress any of my prospective customers?
Yeah. I,
And if not, are there organizations that I can support nationally?
Yeah, and I had to do the opposite. Like I was getting clients in Europe and Africa and all over in Canada and but I grew up in Johnson County and some of my friends that all own businesses are not necessarily using me. I'm like, what am I doing? Like I grew up here and so I switched my efforts in the last year and it's paid off because they're like, oh yeah, I remember her.
hmm and I think that's the thing is, like anything you do with your marketing, it's a matter of, where do you want where do you want to be known? What do you want to be known for? And will this contribution
Yeah.
help you do that? Again, I won't tell anybody, you want to support your local church, you want to support a little league team, make those contributions. Those
Yeah.
organizations need you more than ever.
Yeah.
Donations to all sorts of organizations are way down, and the arts and community service, they need you. But separate in your mind what's a charitable contribution and what's a marketing sponsorship.
Yep. There you go. Separate it on your P&L.
hmm Yeah.
I lost you again. Yep. Still losing you.
Oh,
It's all right. I think we definitely covered this subject, and we will put a pin in it, as we say, for some of these. And we will see you next time. But if you need some specific advice, certainly book some time with Lorraine or I, and we can get into what your needs are. So, all right. Take care.
bye now.